During the height of the spate of boycotts that the right was launching against every brand that acknowledged that gay people exist or that black people have contributions to make to society, they created this website. And what they wanted was they wanted to have all the brands that were fighting back against woke all listed there so that conservatives could only give their money to this particular brand of grifter. And so they did that. And now that's actually backfiring because it turns out that an online like spreadsheet of companies that despise everyone who isn't a good white straight conservative can be used not only to go to those businesses, but also to avoid those businesses. And so here's some, in hindsight, pretty obvious strike back that we're gonna jump into. And so this is Public Square. That's a website we're talking about. It bills itself as the anti-woke online marketplace. It's a hub of tens of thousands of businesses nationwide that want people to know they align with MAGA views and oppose so-called progressive priorities like women's reproductive rights and diversity initiatives, which are both wildly popular. In order to list your business on the website, you first have to confirm that you will, quote, respect the core values of Public Square and agree not to, quote, support causes that are in direct conflict with our core values. So you have like American values, human values, you turn your back on those and you just do the Public Square values that you can get on this stupid website. So they did that. By the way, if you wanted proof that this is a dumb concept, Donald Trump Jr. is an investor. He's on the board of directors. That's how serious of an endeavor this is. And so it started to spread among right-wingers, yes, but also people who disagree with them. So this post went up on Reddit a few months back by our abbreviation. It says, MAGA has made it easy for all of us to avoid their businesses. A couple years ago, they introduced publicsquare.com to promote MAGA businesses. We can use that same tool to make informed purchasing decisions. Just go to the website, enter your zip code, then click the businesses tab. You'll probably be surprised at some of the businesses that pop up. If a business is listed on the site, it's not a fluke. It's on purpose. They must apply for their business to be listed and acknowledge that they support Public Square's values, which are published here, and they show the website where you can see those if you want to. And that took off, spread to other Reddit threads, and people found this to be a very convenient one-stop shop for the MAGA businesses. So for instance, on Long Beach, this is just south of us, someone posted MAGA businesses to avoid, and then they just have a long list of all those. And these are all businesses that said, I want to be on this thing. And I actually went before the show and I logged in, I did the map view, and I was pretty surprised at what was in like the Culver City area. A lot of them are businesses that like I as an individual would directly go to, but like there was like the Los Angeles Volleyball Club. Why is that a MAGA thing? Why is that anti-woke or whatever? And then I go to the website and it's the United Colors of Benetton of diversity of kids playing volleyball and everything. And yet they're on the website, a little bit suspicious. And so, we've discovered through the course of this year, our spending power when we use it, when we choose not to, can be very powerful. And Walmart was seeing that, Target was seeing that, Tesla's experiencing that. And so this is maybe another way to flex our economic power. JR, what do you think?
Good on them. I'm glad they're letting us know their policies. Look, again, this is the same thing we've seen from conservatives that like to talk about, the open marketplace. And if you don't like one businesses, move on, and that'll gauge whether or not that they have the successes. I don't know how they missed it. So as you see, this very unpopular president and unpopular policies that again is against the majority of people. It's weird. You can rely on the electoral college and all that for you to try and win some elections. But when you continue to see the majority of the people, even those folks that were fooled, figuring it out somehow now, if you see that happen, I'm not sure how they got their business wires crossed up with their personal political wires. I'm sure there's plenty of business people that we don't hear from and don't know their actual personal views and how they do things that we also support because they know better than to say something is stupid or post their name on this site just for some kind of like buddy up situation. Do they really think you're gonna make more money when you do this? I mean, that's either side of the aisle. Honestly, if you're looking to just run your business, you probably don't want to alienate really anybody. Because if you run a cupcake shop, Republicans, Democrats, and everybody in between, there's people of all those feelings that actually like your cupcake. So what does that have to do with your business? They're getting their wires crossed with their capitalism and their bigotry. And yeah, it'll pay off. As you mentioned, Target is still figuring it out. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, let's I didn't mean it. Maybe I this. Bro, it's too late. Folks are gone. They're not coming back when you come back with your disingenuous changes.